action now. I think it says we're live. It still says it's going in circles. So I don't know what's going on. Trying live producer again today, just to change things up and see if that's a little more entertaining or a little bit more exciting, or maybe you get the information of me, the notifications of me going live, of it coming out to you a little bit ahead of time. So hopefully you got the notification that I was going live here at 7 o'clock my time, Western Canada. I'm coming at you live here this evening from Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. And like I said, I'm trying out a little different feature again this evening called the Live Producer, which is streaming directly into the Facebook stream. So that's a little bit different. And I'm on my laptop. I'm not trying with my phone at the moment. I do that usually on Fridays when I'm trying to cook something in the kitchen with you guys and show you some cool stuff that way. So Live Producer has a few different functions other than the usual platform that I use to go live with you guys. I usually go live on StreamYard, where I can pull up comments and those features. And on Live Producer, I can actually ask you questions while we are going live here, and you can actually answer the questions right while we are live. So that's kind of a cool feature that we might be able to pull up here in a little bit. But we are going to talk about sometimes we just need a good swift kick up the you know what. And today I really needed to give myself a good kick up the bum, and shake my head off. Been feeling sorry for myself with all the stuff that's going on right now around here, and being a nurse and being in the thick of it and in the throes of all the chaos out there. So I'm going to discuss a little bit about that today, and hopefully you guys stick around, and hopefully you guys get some value and gain some takeaways, and appreciate that you're here to join me tonight. So before we go any further, my name is Heather Edmondson, and welcome to my community where like-minded entrepreneurs come to gain skills and knowledge in learning how to build their businesses online the modern way without spamming your friends and family. So you say, what does that mean? Well, I'm here to provide attraction marketing strategies and skills in social media, live videos, branding, what to post, and posting with intention. And like I said, not spamming your family and friends and putting all your products or services all over your page and blasting it out there. So like I said, my name is Heather Edmondson, and I have an e-commerce business in health and wellness as well, and in attraction marketing. So that is a little bit about me. If you have not ever caught one of my lives before, or never caught up with me before, that's just me in a nutshell, I guess you could say. So, and I am a nurse full time. So this online stuff is my little side gig, you might say, or my little entrepreneurial experiment trial, I guess you could say. I've been in it for a little while. So why are we all having one heck of a time right now? Like I said, with all the stressors and stuff out there, we all need to be a little mindful and a little respectful. And I know we can't hug anybody, and like it's getting everybody down. And I did mention some of that if you caught my live yesterday on my other page. I was pretty down in the dumps after seeing some of the stuff that I saw yesterday. So have any of us stopped to actually listen and hear what our brains are saying? Our brain is a powerful thing, and it likes to keep us in our comfort zone. And when we have to work every day in and out, back and forth, we just need to not let our brain take over and take us down the wrong rabbit hole. Like I said, our brain has a safety function set up in it, and it wants to protect us. So if we keep doing the same things over and over again, that is teaching our brain that we need to revert back to whatever those habits were, or those skills that we were using. Some of them are bad habits, some of them can be good habits, and of course we want to encourage all of those good habits to be happening. Correct? So like I said, I had to give myself a stern talk to today and shake off how I was feeling. I really wanted to jump back into bed and pull the covers up over my head and just escape life. And that's how I used to deal with a lot of problems in the past, before I met my husband, while we were having kids when they were smaller kids. And that's no way to deal with problems firsthand. That's no way to deal with things that are stressing you out. We need to find different ways of coping with our brain telling us, oh, this is the safety function that I'm looking for. This is a good way to act, and this is a good way to behave. And we need to say to our brain, hey, whoa, I hear you saying that, but I'm not buying any of that today. I need to, like I said, shake it off, like the song Shake It Off. And I needed to give myself a kick up the rear and get myself out of that funk that I was in. You could call it a funk. You could call it a depressed mood. You can call it many, many different things, right? So I also wanted to empty out the cupboard of the pantry of all the chocolate chips that are in there for making cookies and those things. And I just could have eaten the whole thing, right? So I went and I grabbed my workout gear and I got my water bottle and I went down to where we have all our free weights and our treadmill, and I got a workout in. Now, that was a difficult thing because I didn't feel like doing it. My brain was telling me, oh, you can do it tomorrow, you can pass it off. You'll feel better if you just go eat all of those chocolate chips. You'll feel better if you lay down and pull the covers up over your head. But you know what? When you pull the covers up over your head, when you pull them back, whatever problem or whatever thing that is irritating you is still going to be there, whether it be in business or personal. But to be an entrepreneur in the busy space of this online world, we need to be able to combat these feelings, and we need to be able to um, find different ways of moving our head out of that funk and getting those endorphins released in my body and in my head. I feel so much better that I did go and work out. And yes, it was hard to get started. And yes, I didn't want to, but halfway through it and halfway into it, I did start feeling better. And now, several hours after having my workout, I still feel pretty good. So that's a bonus. It helps me to be a nicer person to be around. It helps me to be a better coworker. It helps me to be a better spouse. It helps me to be a better mom. It helps me to be a better grandma, even though we can't see our kids. Even if I was to talk to them on social media or FaceTime, something like that, I think it would be a lot more cheerful to be around and could share something with them that might help to release some of their anxiety of all the things that are going on right now. So when we're stuck in a rut, in a rut, or in overwhelm, it's called. Like I said, we need to relieve ourselves of that chaos that's going around. We need to relieve ourselves of, maybe we look around us in our office space, and our office is all full of clutter. We have papers here and there, which I kind of do right now. We maybe have boxes of paperwork that needs to either be shredded or burnt, or taken away out of the office, stuff like that. Or we're in a workspace, or we're just out in the community right now dealing with all the chaos that's going on. It can put our mind, like I said, in that funk. It can put our mind in that set of overwhelm. It can put our mind in the chaos, any of those things. So we need to find a method to calm ourselves down. Now, there's many, many different ways that you can do that. You can maybe grab a book and just escape into some different kind of environment, that a different kind of reality, by either reading a book or listening to an audiobook or listening to a meditation, or how about some deep breathing even. When you're busy and on the go and you don't maybe have that much time, even just a few deep breaths and hold it in for the count of 6 and then let it out for the count of 6 and then hold it in for the count of 5 and then let it out for the count of 5, and so on and so forth, down to 1 and then back up to 6 again. That can sometimes just be that few minutes that you spend doing that can be enough to get you out of that funk. And some of us, like I said, are struggling a little bit, I don't know, harder or worse. I don't know what the word is that I'm looking for, but are having a little bit more difficulty than just being able to release that stress or that chaos from our body or our brain by just doing a few deep breaths. Maybe we need a little bit more. Um, how about if you maybe write down some of the jumble of thoughts that are going through your head? What if you were to write some of them down and do like it's called a brain dump and dump all of that stuff out onto paper and maybe look at it again later and then maybe you can rearrange those thoughts and make some semblance of some order with that. That's a good word for Scrabble, semblance. How about maybe trying some yoga or stretching? Or right now it's snowing here, so maybe you could shovel the walk for me, or snowshoeing or skiing or any of those things, and enjoy some outside space and get some fresh air into your lungs. And that might be enough just to, like I said, throw you out of that funk or that overwhelm that we are all feeling right about now. So um, we all have bad habits and we all have a few good habits. So let's try and create some more good habits by not letting our brain play the angel and the demon, one on one shoulder and one on the other. Let's not let that devil or that demon take over, and say to yourself, say to that brain when it's saying to you, okay, let's just go hide under the covers. Let's go eat that bag of taco chips, or let's go eat that chocolate. Like I said, talk to it and say, no, I hear you. I hear that you're saying that stuff to me, and I know that that's not good for me. A lot of people will say, well, I know it's not good for me, but I'm still reaching for that chocolate. After you've done it for long enough, after you've stopped putting that negative vibe or negative food into your body, you won't have those cravings anymore. Maybe your body is lacking some vitamins and minerals. That's why you're reaching for that chocolate or that carbohydrate to get that immediate sugar rush. Do you know that when you have bread or chips or any kind of carb like that, it's instantly turned into glucose and into sugar into your body? But that's more of a health thing on my health page. But yeah, our body craves some of those things at certain times of the month for us females. It also, some people crave that kind of stuff when you are going through a high stress mode. Some people go into a mode where they don't want to eat. So it all just depends on you. But don't let your brain take over. Pick up the book, maybe the 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins, and just throw that switch and um, practice your gratitude in the morning and evening before you go to bed. That can also help getting your brain in the right headspace. The 5 Second Rule by Mel Robbins, she discusses that you have 5 seconds to make a decision, and then your brain takes over, and it'll tell you to go back into bed or pull the covers up over your head or have that chocolate or whatever it is. And so you have 5 seconds to make that decision. You have 5 seconds to make that decision to go talk to your boss and say that I'm worthy of a raise, or you have 5 seconds to make that decision for XYZ, whatever it is. But if you start thinking about it for more than 5 seconds, then you start talking yourself out of things. You start um, letting that self doubt creep in, um, and you'll talk yourself out of doing whatever it was that you were hoping to do, and then you beat yourself up about it because you didn't do it in the first place. So if you get a chance to either read the 5 Second Rule or listen to it on a Audible, there's options out there for you to get some of that good energy and good vibes into you by listening to somebody that's inspirational. And I find Mel Robbins is one of my favorite people to listen to. So hopefully that gives you some benefit. Like I said, we all have habits that we fall into, and we can create new ones if we take time, perseverance, and patience to work through them. A habit, whether it be a good one or a bad one, takes time to develop. And like I said, give yourself the time and perseverance and patience to develop those new ones. And let's not take all of these stinky habits or off putting habits or ones that don't serve us well. It's like getting rid of those negative people in your lives. Let's not take those with us into 2021. So those were just a few of my thoughts for today that I thought I'd pass along to you. So give yourself grace to work through this and find your rhythm that works for you. Um, if you need some help in there, if you want to talk to somebody, I'm here to reach out to. Oh, I didn't ask you the question that I was going to ask you here. Let's see if I can pull that up for a second here. Where's the question? Where's the question? Oh, let's see if we can open this. See if it'll open for you. What helps you to get rid of stress? Now, you might be able to see that pop up on the screen in front of you. It should be down at the bottom here in front of my face. And if you wanted to say something on there and let me know if my phone's right there, but I won't have time to pull it up. Let me know if you can see that question, and then you can answer it in the comments, and I can give you a shout out after the fact to your answers to the questions. Hello, Beth. Thank you for being here. I see your comments now. It was farther down the page, and I wasn't able to see it. Like I said, I'm still getting used to this live producer. It's a little bit different platform, so you can also ask polls. When you're asking polls, it'll come up with 2 or 3 different options, and then people can click on it, and then it'll show the percentages of who voted for what, and that'll all come up when you are just live. So that is a cool function as well. And I can also show you this. It should come up on there too. So it says, what helps you get rid of stress? I can see that right now on my screen. Can you see my link to my page on my screen? Let's see if I can get rid of this. We're just having fun playing around here. This is, like I said, a little bit of an experiment here with what helps you get rid of stress. We'll close that. Close that. And let's see. Oh, it's still there. Maybe there's a little bit of a time delay there. I'm not sure. So wishing you the best of the rest of your week. We are heading here into Christmas. Christmas Eve coming pretty soon. A couple days here. A couple more days of work for me. And then I'm off for a few days. So let me know if that link showed. Where would it show? Anyways, like I said, practice grace. Give yourself some grace and time to work through things. Find your groove, find your rhythm, find those new habits that are going to serve you. Get rid of those people in your lives, even if they end up being a family member that aren't serving you well and are causing you a lot of grief. Maybe it's time to cut the cord there. I don't know. Those are just some suggestions to throw at you. Or maybe that person needs a little bit of help. They're struggling too. So maybe that's something to do. So don't let your brain take over and ruin your aspirations of becoming somebody. Maybe you want to write a book. Maybe you want to jump out of a plane. Maybe you want to learn how to play a new instrument. With a lot of people being stuck at home right now, maybe that's a good time to look into doing some of that. So thanks everyone very much for participating today. And anybody on the replay, do let me know where it is that you're coming in, and I will give you a shout out after the fact. So have yourself a wonderful day. Bye-bye for now.